Back on the Norton again. Just this cross member piece was up in here before. I'm moving it back, cutting it shorter. I ended up cutting the piece right out. I'm going to weld a new piece in. I tried to heat it and bend it, so I got one bent and one straight, so I just decided to cut it right out and feed a new piece in with a dowel in the ends. And I'm just trying to get it all square. I'm checking it. I'm checking it every direction, like square off of the frame. The frame braces in here. I got 3/16 of a space there, 3/16 of a space there. And then I put this big straight edge across this frame here. And to see if this is square with the frame. And then I got my right angle here. Camera's a little... So I want to make sure this is perpendicular to the frame. So I got this going across like this. And then I got my straight edge. I do it either way. Can't remember which way I did it. I think I did it this way. Straight on the frame. And then push this against there, and she's perfectly parallel that way. Get it above the weld mark. Try to fit it into this groove here. Anyway, she's pretty parallel that way. I got a weld mark here now, but I had it all lined up. Let's see if I can get that doing it this way. Nope, it has to be this way. Maybe I can do it that way. Let me check my measurements again, because maybe I bumped that because I had that bang on. Just exactly from this corner here. Yeah, I bumped it or something here because I had it exactly 4 inches. Oh, I know what I did. I bent it out. 4 5/16. 4 5/16. Yeah, I know what I did. I bent it out this way so that it lines up better. 4 1/4. So to me, this has got to go out. That's what it's showing me. So this has got to go out a little bit here. Not much, just a little bit. Okay, I gotta screw with this some more. Okay, I got it trued up a little bit better. Oh, it's pretty good right now for sure. And what I'm gonna do is this is the original tubing on the Norton, super light tubing. That's why you always see the center backbone there bend on these Nortons. So I'm gonna put in my handlebar stock in there. It's 1 inch outside diameter. That's what the tubing is. That's the handlebar stock right here. And I'm going to machine it down like this so it'll fit inside, and then I can put a bead of weld around here, make it a lot stronger. Should redo the whole frame like that. This is just way stronger. So I'll put a piece in there. And then I'll cut it down here. I don't know what the angle is, 45 say, or whatever it is. And then make a nice big beefy weld in there. That's about all I can do there. Because the gusset goes across here. Okay, that's what I got to do. Just make these two pieces, and I'm all set to go. Got one piece made in there, and you can see where I machined it so it slides up at here. It's in about over 1/4 inch. And now I just cut the one for the other side in here, and that's going to fit like that in there. I just got to machine that down, slide it up in there. I'm not going to weld it till I get them both in there. Make sure they're exactly parallel, and because yeah, it looks pretty parallel just holding it like that across there. So I'll get them all in there, tack them in, and that part, well, I got to finish the weld in here, but that's the tricky part there. And once I get this firmed up, then I can start working on bringing this down in here a couple inches. Okay, I'm going to machine this one here first. Okay, got that all clamped on there. Got these machined down. Put the square on it with the frame. Actually had my son hold the parallel on there. Pretty damn close. And then you look down these two lines here on the other side, and that's pretty square. That's pretty square that way too. So I'm going to put some tacks in here, here, here. Get her all tacked, and then check it one more time before I weld her up. She's getting pretty close. I've been working on a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and not enough of any one thing. Not enough for a full video of any one thing. So I might just do a video on all the stuff I'm working on. But anyways, I just welded those handlebars together. I didn't even film any of it. I'm just blah. Like, I just don't, not focused. But I did make this so I can try it out, put the gauges on, see how it looks. I'll get that. X marks the spot. This is just roughly how it'll go. I don't even know if I'll go this route. We'll see. I'm not too much of a traditionalist. I like things different. This is going to be different. Yo, she's still hot. Hot. I just scabbed a weld on here. I haven't ground it down, nothing. I just, to make two pieces of metal go together like that, you have to chop out like 2 inches. It's only 1 inch pipe. 2 inches wide. I had to fill it all in with weld. Yeah. I haven't started welding the frame. I just tacked it in here. I haven't started welding that frame yet. But I got a lot of parts coming in on Tuesday, or the 27th. I think that's Tuesday. So I'm kind of held up on a bunch of projects. I'm working on the XJ900. a Harley. I got another XJ900 too. Stripping parts off of. Grind it out of there so it sits better. I didn't even try it before I did this. I should have tried it. So this is holding it up right there. Grind that down. So high I can't see how my angle is. I might be spread a little bit too much. Still going to make a pipe across the back here, bent pipe to hold this right in. I got that angle right. It's actually got to go up like a little bit. Okay, I got these spots all welded in, ground down for now, a couple more touch-ups there. Welded in the holes up here, here, and in the frame here. Just putting the swing arm back in there and the gearbox transmission. As you can see, I'm gonna have to put the engine block back into, but you can see the angle of the shocks. They really changed depending on where that engine's gonna bolt in. No, this is in the way down here, but yeah, I think it's back there a little farther is where it's gonna be, about there, but I gotta put the engine back in and the motor mounts in. I'm just putting the gearbox bolt in here now. I got the handlebars all welded in, whether I'm going that route or not. That's pretty wild, but I actually I know this is going to look good because even before I decided to build this bike, I knew how I was going to do the carbs. And I've done this before on an XS 650. Is that the intake manifold on the Norton just comes straight back. And I'm going to 45 them out like this with the air breathers on the sides. Should just tuck inside your knees. So I'm going to mirror this angle here, which is, I think it's around 100, 110 degrees. And if the carbs came out on that angle as well too, should be right about in here. Kind of follows that same line. And then I'm thinking about cutting the fenders. I got the other fenders coming in, I think it's today or tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. I got the front fender. That's off a 1978 Gold Wing. And the reason why I'm going with that is because it's ribbed. So the tank's got this rib up the center. So I want the fenders to match the same line. So I'm going that route. So it gets to be a lot of thought when you're building one of these things. I may build it like this, and then just because it's so different, so unusual, but I may convert it back to something a little more standard. This is kind of neat for a show. See, I may end up taking this all off and then just using the straight bars in on this angle. I kind of like that angle like that. And then just put a solo Norton gauge right up in the center. Just one solo gauge. It's kind of minimalistic. Minimalistic? What's the word? Minimalist? Minimalist. You know, this is, I would just have a speedometer, no tachometer. They actually make that new electronic one, so there's no cables. That's expensive though. I think they're like $500-600 bucks. But I could just put the regular speedo drive on there. And I'm also thinking about not going with electronic ignition. If I don't go with the electronic ignition, I don't need a battery. I put an LED headlight in there, an LED tail light. It draws virtually no watts at all, and no amps at all. And I know these bikes will run without a battery, just with the Zener diode and that ignition system. And I have the stock ignition system. So that eliminates the battery, all that stuff it eliminates. And yeah, I might do that. We'll see. Now the next part, I've been looking for a couple seats. There's one online there on eBay that I've been looking at for a long time. But there was also one here in Ontario, but it's a 4-hour drive. And they want 150 bucks for it. I guess they paid 500 for it. And it's a solo seat. I think it's still on there. I gotta check. It would look pretty cool on here. Either one. It kind of looks like a bicycle seat. So yeah, I got lots of options here now, but I want to get this, I'm going to have to get the motor together. I've got the rings. I didn't do it. I'm just kind of working and not doing videos here. But I did gap the rings, put them in there. They were really tight. So I had to take off 6/8 thou off almost all the rings. Yeah, they were pretty tight. So the top end is ready to go. Oh, I also made the stud. I had that one broken off stud in there. Right here. So I made that yesterday, Loctited it in here. The cylinder base is 1/2 inch, and this is 0.625 of an inch. So it should come out just about flush the time it's in there, so I like to get the top end on. I don't even think I need to get the cylinders on, but if I get get the head on, I don't need to put the head on, but if I get the cylinder on, then I can tape off the top end, no debris can get in the engine, get this cover back on, maybe just bolt it on loosely, because I don't know, it's going to take me a day to finish this. Because I want to kind of get this bike all roughed in, and then down on the ground, and then sit on it, and you know, sit on the bike, start cutting this, building it up, and seeing where it feels comfortable. Put the Z plates back on, foot pegs. I may have to adjust or move those a little bit too. And yeah, now that I got this all reinforced in here, now I can cut this out. You know, now I can take out the next section and drop it down, or however I'm going to do it. I really want to see where that shock angle is. Yeah, it is quite a bit of an angle, so it might be all right just the way it is on this one. Yeah, this is where it gets fun. So this is the fender off of a Goldwing. The 750 Hondas were the same. They had the little rib in it back there, back in the 70s. It's got this nice little built-in mud flap, but it's, I kind of like this, but it's too, it looks too cumbersome on this. Like, this is half the size of the width of the tank, so it doesn't look right. So I need to really narrow it down a little bit. So I'm thinking about copying the same angle here, 110 degrees. You know, 110 degrees. If that's what that is, I got to find my degree ruler here somewhere. I put it up so I wouldn't damage it or lose it. I had it laying on my bench getting kicked around for so long, so I put it up somewhere. And you think I could find it? I can't find it. But I did find, maybe I did a video on that, but I did find my needle nose pliers in the back of my toolbox, or the circlip pliers, which was missing for 4 years. So it's gonna go something like about like that. And then I'll have to weld a bead or roll a bead at the front to keep that angle. It's a lot of little screwing around. There. Yeah, I can get the when I get the motor in here and I get this all set up right with the Z plates, I can work on the jockey shift here too. This isn't off a Norton Commando. I don't know what this is off of. It came from Windsor, Ontario. It was $20, but it's like mint, brand new. It's about an inch longer than a Norton Commando one, so I'm gonna cut it off. Maybe straighten out a little bit, maybe not. Maybe put it on backwards like that. So it's on the inside, yeah, probably put it on backwards. So that's where I'm at with this thing. Okay, I need a little help here. I can't find nothing on the internet about this. Got my two Z plates. Now these are off a 71. And the rear disc brake didn't come out till 75, I believe. And I've got the pedal for it right here, but it hits the gear case, and I'm not even pushed in all the way yet. And I've got the cradle in pretty damn close to where it's going to be sitting. These two are just about vertical on the bike. Could maybe go down a little bit like that. Not much. I got it strapped down there. What the hell's going on? What the hell? Need bigger spacers in here. But I don't get it. So there's the spacers. That's the standard spacers. Somebody's got to have a 850 with the rear disc brake. It's the same gear case. It should be the same Z plates, as far as I'm concerned. I thought they were. Something's different here. Why is this rubbing? Why is this too close? Do I need to make bigger spacers in here? I can't even get that brake arm in there. It's gonna hit. Keith, maybe you know. Maybe you've had one of those. I don't know. The other thing is too, I'm wondering about, and I can't really find any good pictures. They show with these side stands, it almost looks like this goes on top, and then there's a spacer with a bolt. Maybe that's where this hooks to. Like there's the hole for it down there. What does this hook to? I don't see any holes anywhere. And to me, this has to go underneath because that's your stop. There's your stop built right into here. Yeah, it only goes out that far. That's it. Comes up. I'm hitting the wood there now, but like what am I missing here? Do you need that? Like I see they sell a spacer, but maybe because I think this is an aftermarket side stand. Is the spacer just a bushing that fits in the inside? Because mine already has it in there. So I don't quite get that, how that goes. If somebody has a photograph of this part here would be really good. And where the spring hooks on. I know it hooks on into here, into that hole, into there, but where does it go? Hope that's the right spring. I think I ordered it at the same time as that. I want to get all these little issues figured out. So I got this all welded up in here. Lightly sanded down for now. This whole frame's going to be sandblasted, sanded down, and probably a little bit of body filler in some of these areas in here before it's painted. Be painted the same color as this one. This bike's so dirty. The flat gray, I was thinking what Peter wants to do to metal flake gray, but the metal flake and metal flake, to me, I don't think it goes together. I think you get a much better contrast with the metal flake tank and then a flat gray. It's not really flat, it's shiny, glossy, but maybe there's a fine metal flake in there. Yeah, this baffles me here. I'm going to look on the internet some more. I looked before, I couldn't figure it out. Like, what's going on here? Let me know in the comments there how that's supposed to go. Maybe you can send me a picture to my email. If you, my email, everybody's email on YouTube is up in the top there. I think if you look into, there's a bunch of choices there like discussion, playlists, and channel, and a bunch of stuff like that. And then the very far one on the far right, I think is my information, how long I've been on YouTube, and I think my email address is right there. But I'll put it in the description of this video here, because I can't figure that out. I don't get that. Something's missing, something's not right. I don't get it. Okay, that's it for now.